Alright, if we break down here, guys, I'm sure for the same cash flow targets. I appreciate you for being here.
I'm sure right now target hit. This is what we call a magic hour.
Alright, I'm taking this.
Upside ahead, the momentum to the upside ahead, everything aligning, live price and historical data, right?
Right there.
Welcome, this is PackTV. Sit back, relax, and watch how we day trade with statistics.
PackTV, God-given, so I gotta make it happen, I'm on mission. Not like them, I'm different, that bag come with a pension. Talk about that business, shit like I'm hard all in the pain. Shining hard, don't need no chain, all this drip, it feel like rain. Everything on me, got it on my name. They don't got it like this, they don't talk it like this. I was built for this. That TV not like guns, take it away.
Stop me, it's me. If you're doing this for the women, you're losing. Do this shit for yourself. I do this shit for myself.
They rigged the race long before your first breath. Signed your name in the ledger, made a bet on your death. Puppet masters and neckties, count your hours like cash. Presidents pushing their pieces while you fade in the ash. Game theory kings in a smoke-filled room, writing out the rules to your ruin. The world ain't chaos, it's their game. Their game. You never learn the script they spin, cause they don't want you to ever win. Flip the fucking board, let it rain, let it rain. Burn it down, burn it down. Burn it down, burn it down. Lead over production, too many miles out thrown. China rise in the rear view, old empires turn to bone. Same damn cycle, same sharp teeth in a grin. They sell you fate on a pay-per-view, call it virtue, call it sin. Game theory kings in a smoke-filled room, writing out the rules to your ruin. The world ain't chaos, it's their game. Their game. You never learn the script they spin, cause they don't want you to ever win. Flip the fucking board, let it rain, let it rain. crossfire, raised on a rerun lie, told to choose a side.
Welcome, this is PackTV.
Bowie in London, Bowie in London, Bowie in London, 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 London. Bowie in London, Bowie in London. It's time for London Open. We got London with Bowie, and PackTV. You already know what time it is. Get your asses in here. Let's go. Let's get it. Bowie in London, Bowie in London. Bowie in London, Bowie in London. Bowie in London, Bowie in London. Bowie in London. Bowie in London, Bowie in London. London with Bowie. PackTV.
All right, good morning, guys. Please give me 1 second. I may or may not have dropped my coffee at the beginning of the morning here. Well, that's okay. We're going to be trading. But yeah, I have to quickly wipe this away. So I'll be right back. Not the start of a Monday you're hoping for. Let me quickly put on some background music. Please don't be loud. There we go. All right, 1 sec. All right. turn the cam on. Looks like my cam moved. Did that happen during cleaning? Probably. All right. So, new day. First day of the week, our well-beloved Monday. We're currently holding a 302 high of day and an 18 low of day. So just a quick overview on the daily candle. We are bullish since we have a super nice instep low. Doesn't mean I won't take shorts though. We'll get to that in a moment. As we're no. That's a great start of the morning. Right, we've just broken outside of the range. However, I can take a trade here due to my risk. It's a bit too far for me, so I'm putting a limit order at the range. Yeah, again, high volatility, big range. So I have a limit order at the range here over at 67325. Because we have a pretty big range. And I would like for price to come back to that range. Targets 0.07, just our high probable target. 0.07%. Stop is going to be at the 50% of the range if we get tagged in. Let me draw my 75% boxes. I think I'm gonna build an indicator for this to show you the risk management on the chart. But these are the 75% of the range. I usually leave these here for when we have a very big range, when we're very volatile. I can just quickly see where the 75% of the upper portion and lower portion of the range is. Cool. Nearly missed our, or we just about missed our entry. Like I said, limit order at the range. Because I can't afford to take these -2 RR trades. There's going to be better opportunities. So I never really take trades where my stop is twice as big as my TP. If that happens, I'll usually wait for a new opportunity or get in at the range, making my stop significantly smaller. But I do have the risk of missing out on some of these moves. So we just missed our entry by 2 ticks, 1 tick. I think 2 ticks. Yes, 2 ticks. But that's okay. If this goes without me to start the morning off, then it goes without me. So now that price is moving, we can go into a bit of analysis for today. I've recorded a video for you guys yesterday for most London traders that I'll be uploading for our pack members. Probably today. I have to cut out a few more bits and then it will probably be uploaded later today. But essentially going over how you can identify what kind of day you're heading into and then what your risk management approach is going to be for that day. So, for example, if we have a super in-stat bullish day, we have an 18 low of day, we're just trending up, we have an out-of-stat high of day, which we don't have right now, but again, just an example. You're going to be thinking to yourself, all right, I am going to be guessing, or not guessing, but betting on the market creating a bullish candle today, because everything's lining up with a bullish candle. So naturally, that long, you're expecting it to be a pretty big move. You're expecting it to be a pretty big move away from your London Open range. So what you can then do is say, all right, since I'm expecting a very big day, I'm going to take less partials at a 0.07% base hit, and I'll leave more contracts running to the upside because I'm expecting this or that move. Same with if we have a super bullish day, but an out-of-stat low of day, we're very bullish, and London Open starts rejecting the upside and breaking down towards the Asian Open range. That is a super high probable mean reversion trade coming up, where you'll usually see a very, very big move. And that's going to be another like, if you want to call it A+ opportunity, where everything lines up. All right, I did not get filled on this. Surprise, surprise. So if we get filled, stop is going to be over here at the 75%, 66, 50, or 25. It's kind of in the middle of those two. All right, I finally got tagged in. So 666, 25. It's going to be your stop. 50 is slightly above the 75%, it looks like. If we look at the volume profiles for today, oh shoot, we are clearly rejecting the value area high of the day, coming back down. So that's not the best sign for us on this long. But it's not the end of the world. Again, our job is not to win every trade. It is to... Why is this on my screen? It is to take every trade we should be taking and then manage our risk around it. Okay, so it looks like we have a pretty balanced market right now as we speak. So it could be a while before we see any major big move, if we see any at all today. Well, yeah, we're definitely right in value. Pretty aggressive drop coming right back down. Big sell-off. See if we got stopped out here. We did fill our highest probable. All right, so stopped out. We did fill our highest probable MFEs almost perfectly and then rejected. So that gives me reasoning to believe we're going to be filling this, but the rest of this budget on the downside instead. So I'll very happily take a short as we speak here. All right. So first trade of the day is stop. Rejected the upside very quickly. That's fine. And it just melts. Stop. Wow. Yeah, it melted for sure. Yeah, we do have a very big range as well. That London Open candle was a pretty big one compared to what we normally have. But yeah, keep in mind, this is all still that war volatility as well. It's slowly decreasing. You can feel it little by little. It's slowly getting less and less volatile, but it's still very volatile compared to the beginning of the year. But that's fine. So we did a classic value area high to value or to point of control trade on the volume profiles, as you can see. Straight back down to that point of control. So that was clean, but that's not the trade we were in. But yeah, we can clearly see market opened up. We saw an initial very aggressive bullish push, and now we've just been slowing down, finding value up here. So one of our next steps here on this current trade day is say, all right, is London going to mean revert first and attack that Asian Open, which is very normal for London to do. This is not anything weird or off, like not a weird thing to see. Or do we actually find support here in value, which is where we are right now, right here? And do we actually go all the way back up and attack Friday's highs? So right now, as it stands, I'll show you, we have most probabilities to the downside here. We keep rejecting value area highs of the current day, which is also where the value area highs of yesterday are. So that gives us reasoning to believe on its own that we're going to be seeing a bearish push to begin our morning. Another reason is we failed to fill these high probable MFEs to the upside, rejected, and now we have all this budget, which keeps getting filled almost every day, left to be filled, which would indicate, again, a push down towards the Asian Open range, this gray box. So yeah, if we do go short, I'll be a little more aggressive in terms of keeping a runner open. I'll take less contracts off at partial, and I'll hold more to extend the targets, because the chances of us hitting this open range are 82%. If we break below the London Open range, we have lots of hourly probabilities. We have our P12 mid and Asian OU in the range here as well. It's just a very good area to retrace back to, and we do it a lot in London. And as we speak, we are seeing a candle breakdown. Again, if we break, putting a limit order at the range, which is 6640. So we'll see if we break. No break as of yet. Hope everyone had a good weekend, by the way. Totally forgot to mention that. Hope everyone in here had a nice weekend. All right, looks like no entry on this candle. Let's see if my daily profiler works again. So I've been having issues all morning with this thing. It's probably my Wi-Fi or my browser doing stuff, but like my daily profiler keeps on loading. Yeah, it's still doing it. Let me see. How can I change this up? Maybe this way. All right, we're gonna try it like this. Big bullish reaction here. All right. All right, it works, but it's a little slow. Don't know what is going on. I'll check this out after the session, but yeah. All right, already breaking back above our range. And if we get another break, I'll try one more long. If that long fails, I'm just really expecting our day to be a mean reversion type of trade. But yeah, like I said, we have an instead low of day. We have not yesterday, but Friday's highs left untouched. Out of stat daily high. It's instead officially, but it's not made in London. So I do expect it to be taken if we do push up. All right, so limit order at the range again, 673.25. Same thing, just repeat. And I'm gonna shoot for 0.07% off of the open candle. So what that will look like is my entry will be here if we get tagged in, and then the TP I'm holding for is just slightly bigger. There's no need to get greedy and shoot for 0.07 away from the range for me, as statistics are statistics. Like, we have super high volatility, 0.07% should be hit if we want to see an instant move. And if we don't, we don't. I don't deserve to win a trade. So let's see if we got tagged in here. Yep. All right, tagged in our position. Stop going to the same spot as the previous trade. Risking the exact same amount. So just a copy of our last trade, really. Do you also trade DAX? I used to trade DAX a lot, but I've stopped trading DAX. Oh, and we're coming straight back down. So just a repeat of last trade, I think. Not finding any upside here. No, I kind of stopped trading DAX. It did make me money, but I don't know. I was just not satisfied, really. I feel like it shifted over the last year as well. Like the London follow through got way worse. I was using a very trend following strategy, but shoot, that freaking statistics that I traded off of, it flipped. It freaking flipped. And I was doing CFDs at the time. I really wanted to transition into futures, and trading DAX futures is a bit of a pain if you do props. Most props don't have it, and some will offer it, but you're gonna have to have another additional Eurex subscription, which is $30 on one firm and then only 10 on another. Like, no, I'll just stick to our well-beloved ES and M&Q. Let's take a look at the probabilities for our P12 mid down there in the Asian Open range, which is an 88%, with the median being about 1 hour in London. And another high probability around New York Open. Obviously, New York Open. It's usually the holy spot of probabilities. Yes. I just realized I forgot to set a TP, I think. That is a rookie mistake. All right, TP at 0.07%, as I mentioned. I'll be taking most of my position off over here on those highs. And leave a little bit for a potential runner. But yeah, we have a tough cookie to crack, kind of, to go up there. Oh, I still have these on. I'll show you guys how you put a previous week volume profile on your chart, which is very handy. Now, I did this already last night, but I don't know if I'm the only one experiencing this, but TradingView does not like to save things. It saved the volume profile for today that I put on, but not the previous week. So we're just going to take this from the first candle on the Sunday open, or Monday, you could call it, to the last candle of Friday, being the 16:59 candle, which is going to be right about there. And now you have all the weekly levels on. Just going to put previous week value area low. This is the previous week point of control. And I really like what we're seeing here on this. Previous week value area high. Okay, cool. And then you can take that previous week profile off. But what you can see is we started this week off by rejecting the previous week value area lows. We struggled to find pricing below value and sucked back in aggressively. So a next logical stop for price this week is already going to be that point of control from the previous week. This area right here. And this is just from a volume profile standpoint. This is not really statistics. This is just volume data we're talking about here. Now, the only problem is all this here, these value areas from today and yesterday. Seems like we're really struggling to get above, as we've been rejecting 3 times already. But I like to say every support or resistance is meant to be broken. One of my favorite sayings. So the more a support or level or whatever gets hit, the happier I'll usually be. But yeah, we're struggling to get away from this London Open range. Hello, good morning, Ricardo. I see you on Twitter now and then. Yes. Yeah, this might be a tough first trade day of the week. Not really having any follow through. We're kind of chopping right here on the London Open. But that's fine. You don't win every day, every trade, every week. Yep, looks like we're going to be hitting stop number 2. And there we go. All right, so 2 losses for the morning. Perfectly came back to that 75%. Yeah. Yeah, at this point, these longs, they don't look convincing anymore. We're just going lower and lower, struggling to get anywhere. It's like we're squeezing up a little. Kind of like last Thursday in a way. Now keep in mind we are short, and this long would mean London is most likely going to be turning short false. That is not a weird thing. We see a lot of falses in London. Especially if we fail to really follow our breakthrough. So you can see it's right there, 330. We set a 341 low. That is an in-step false low. This is an in-step low for a false. So people like to say, oh, the probability is lower for a false. But yes, you want to also check, what are we looking like? Do we have a key level below us or above us? What's the market looking like? Are we really trendy or choppy? Do we have an instatistic low and hold? Do we hold it? Does that suggest we go X or Y, right? So for today, you can see instat low. We held the instat low and rejected up. So a false would have been a really good play. Just did not follow through at the moment. And now we're visiting the downside again of this range. $3 AM would have been so clean. Yeah, that had a nice open. We're having some chop. That's what we're having for breakfast. All right, let's see if we get a short break here. Spaghetti price action. Looks like it, doesn't it? All right, no break. I like to say that out loud because sometimes when I say that, price just gives a little bit of a sneeze and still closes outside or inside, depending on what I'm saying. Right, if I say, okay, looks like we're breaking, and the last second, boom, we snap back 10 ticks back into the range on the last second. That happens. That's why I always wait for the close, guys. Never the last second entry or whatever. I've been almost faked out plenty of times. Wouldn't have it again. Now that we failed to spend most of our recent pricing budget, I'm going to be a little more aggressive. If we do go short, I'll extend my first TP out a little. Because as you can see, our probabilities of hitting these MFEs are insanely high. Now, I won't be doing 0.15. I think that's pretty far. But something like a 0.10 extension should definitely be doable in these current markets. So I'll take 0.07. I'll take a little bit off. Then right down here around 0.10, one more extra contract. And then we're just going to see where we go. If we look at a 2-minute here. I mean, dude, I would really love a short here. Looks really good for shorts. Back to that transfer, that Asia Open range. Sign me up. All right, let's see. Do we get a break? The answer is yes. And I can't get in because price taps my order. Hello? Hello? Well, I'm not tagged in as we speak. I don't know how. It tapped my order a few times and it didn't do anything. I'm telling you, if this happens right now, I will lose it. Come on. This better comes back up and tags me in or I'm a sue top step. Okay, there we go. All right, stop is over at 671. Pretty fast bullish reaction coming off of this short right down here. First TP is going to be 0.07 away from the break. 6590, 65 875, 65 875. Yep. So for the TPs today, it's going to be pretty straightforward. Our base hit. Then I'll scale another contract out at the extremes here of this high probable MFE. And then it's going to be a hold. A hold to this average right down here. And the transfer down here. Keep in mind that P12 mid has an insanely high probability too. So we'll see what happens. All right, let's see what you guys said. I was studying gunship yesterday. You need to get filled? Yeah, I was filled. Oh, you were talking about that sneeze candle, I think. Don't know what drugs these markets take, but don't want any of that. Usually people say, but I want them, Kawa. Dang it, I was freaking muted. I'm short. Yes. Good morning, daily profiler. Should I say Mickey? All right, let's see if these markets finally give us something this morning or we still get hammered. Like I said, failed to distribute beyond these highest probable MFEs on the upside, which gives me reason to believe we're going to be spending the budget on the downside for this morning. It's not a guarantee, but it's something we see over and over. Hence why there's another scale out here based on this MFE, and then another one down here at the average. Now, as I said, we have an instant low of day. So I'm not going to be shooting for the extremes, everything, blah, blah, blah. But I do know there's an 83% chance we retrace back to this Asian Open range after a London Open break. There's a high probable P12 mid right in there as well. An Asian OU left unfilled, which has a 60% chance of being broken, which is not the highest. It's definitely pretty low. Oh, wait. Nope. Never mind. 71. Sorry. My London was still on the falls. Almost messed that up. Cool. Wait, we had soundboards in here, right? I think I forgot. I think we did. Yeah. Yeah, we do. It will cut the music off. That's fine. Yeah, Mark, I see you said you want to learn London. It's really simple. I trade kind of like Austin does, the 930. I do that on the London Open, but with a slightly different approach. Different TPs, different ways of managing risk, because we're two different persons, obviously. But it really isn't anything crazy. Is there better ways to trade London? Maybe. Probably. But this is something pretty easy to follow, pretty consistent. And I mean, it's making me money. So just following blind statistics, you're following a time-based breakout with statistically measured TPs and targets. And plenty of coffee as well. What the hell happened here? Yeah, I'm releasing another video today. We're just going more into the risk management approach that I do, using these MFE boxes you see on the chart and everything. You can show the coffee per volume indicator. The coffee per volume is right here. It landed in my cup. Landed in the PackTV group coffee cup. Better way to trade London? No, maybe if you had a Magic 8 ball and a Ouija board. If you want to host a bet website and there's a bet option that says, will Bowie drink a coffee during his London session, just go all or nothing on that, really. If you want to make easy money, it's not even rigged. It's just straight up true. It's not even rigged. All right, will we finally see a target being hit today? Again, I'm scaling out small on this, so I'm a bit more risky here. But yeah, this would have been my last trade anyway. So last trade of the day. I'm expecting the high probable MFE budgets to be filled on the downside, which gives me reason to believe my extended targets should be fine if we get there anyway. And if we don't, we don't, right? Oh, absolutely misclicked. So like I said, scale out, high probable target, then another scale out at our second most. Well, actually, hang on. How much is that? Over at 0.13. Again, if you look over here on the right, you can see the past 13 days, we've hit 0.15%. Change it to the 2 minute, you see it's actually the past 19 days. We've been on a crazy streak. So plenty of reasons to be expecting that big push. And again, if today is an out-of-stat day, today's an out-of-stat day. Don't get me wrong. It's not a guarantee you're going to be hitting what you want. Like, we didn't do it on Thursday either. Thursday was crazy out-of-stat for London. Yeah, we got tick denied and now it's going higher. We got a sneeze candle going up. Yeah, these markets this morning have been crazy. It looks like it's going this way and then boom, it snaps the other way. Like, what is this? Snapped right back to the POC. Yep. That might be the end of the trade day. Yeah, this could very well be my first max loss in a while today. But these happen as well. I mean, hey. Let's see, my last maximum loss was, yeah, that's a while ago. We'll see. All right, well, looks like we're going straight back up. So yeah, just simply looks like a max loss for today. I'm not seeing this come back down. So that will be the first fully red day that I've had in a long time. But these happen. That's why there's rules for a maximum loss day. It's not just random because, oh, I have to. Nope, they happen. Only your favorite guru will tell you they won't, but they'll happen. But yeah, market's just not going anywhere. Failing to extend to simple highest probable targets over here with an insanely massive range. Just one of those days. Nothing we can do about it. Did we just get stopped? Probably, yeah, because I was about to say top step never tick rejects a stop loss. And actually they filled me a tick lower again. I'm just now seeing my fill price. All right, so stopped out to the tick. Yep. As I said, right, top step, you won't see top step tick reject a stop ever. They'll tick reject your TPs. That's what they'll do. Yep, same, stopped. Is what it is. I'm done on these fundeds here. Just a max loss day. Not the most terrible type of day. Like, it's not anything crazy. It's not an amount you have to spend weeks on making it back. That's why there's rules in place, right? You set yourself these rules to preserve risk, to protect capital, and that's what we did. So yeah, not bad. So yeah, just a red day. All it is. All it is. Failing to expand, failing to go. And that happens. I think this is the first one we've had on these streams as well. The first maximum loss day on a Monday morning. So yeah, not bad. It gives us another. Oh, did I delete all the scale outs? Yes. Shows people the other side of trading sometimes. Stop loss hit, but just 4 out of 6 contracts got closed. See, that would never happen on my top step. That would never happen on my top step. All right. New hourly open in half a minute. Let's see what that brings. Someone's messaging me like crazy. What's going on? Not much on this new hourly open. And it's coming right back down. Would you look at that? Yeah, just a really unlucky morning. Really unlucky morning. Perfectly stopped out to the tick. And obviously, like I said, no. Wait a minute. Okay, it did fill me a tick lower, but yeah, it hit stop. Okay, cool. So see, this is why I think Top Step is messing with orders. And I don't care, it's for everyone to know, but your TP gets tick rejected a lot. Your stop loss, if it gets ticked, they'll just fill you on a tick lower or higher if they can't get you filled, but they want to make sure they fill you. Again, I think they're going to be exposed at some point anyway. That's not my job, but they're definitely messing with orders. I am very positive that stuff happens. Very positive. Price is falling back down again. Again, I'm not in a trade. I hit my max loss for today. I'm not risking any more cents on the current trade morning. Could be the most beautiful A+ trade setup to this and that, but nope. Dunzo. All right. Well, these days happen, guys. Like I said, perfectly normal. One of the first in a long time. I mean, last Friday was beautiful. Covering up a good chunk of today's trade, so I'm not gonna complain. Oh, shoot. Yeah, last Friday was beautiful. All right. Well, with that out of the way, I'll probably end the stream here, guys. We, with the new time zone changes and everything, obviously New York and London are closer to each other, so I do believe Random is also going to be starting his bootcamp stuff in about 10 minutes as well. So yeah, we'll have these sessions around this time for, I think it's what, 2 more weeks? I believe so. And then London will be back to 3 a.m. Our time zones will be aligned again. So yeah, just survival for now. All right, guys, I'm gonna hop off. I wish you all the best of luck today. Bit unfortunate of a London session, but that happens. Again, all part of trading. And there's people not showing this stuff. Keep that in mind. There's plenty of people out there hiding losing days from you. That's fine. They can, if that's their way to make money, right? Attracting people. Then so be it. But we share everything in here. So you see me win, you see me lose. And yeah, we would have just now hit TP, but we got stopped to the tick. So yeah, really unfortunate. But these days happen. Don't let them get to you, and you just execute again next day. That's all you can do. All you can do. All right, guys, enjoy your day. I'll see you Pack members tomorrow. For the free people next week. And I hope you all have an amazing day. Good luck today.